of the tape. Introducing Josh the Tartan Tornado Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest all-time, won world titles in 5 weight classes, and he fights out of Wilmington, North Carolina.
This
bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, a boxing sensation from Scotland, a hard-hitting, undisputed 140-pound champion of the world, Josh the Tartan Tornado.
Lots of hype. The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The perfect counter lands. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punching. Insane action. A perfect counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Catch and shoot. The media expects a lot from this fight under the stars here at night.
These fights have had to block themselves off and say, right, that's it. Keep out of it. Now it's fight time. The whole day, everybody's been waiting for these two. This is it. This is so exciting.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. What would you tell this guy he's got to do? On to the second round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter punch caught him clean. Those counter punches have to hurt. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Nice counter shot. Does well to block that left jab. Well done with that counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. Let's get it started in round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice exchange here from both men. Big right hand scores. Punch, counter punch. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? The right hook misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. Back at it in round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Beautiful counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Good defense stopping that jab. Not a lot of defense here at all. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. He is down big time on the... Time for the 5th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Good counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Good counter punching. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Do you believe what we are seeing? That counter shot lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. Well, we know they've got the... This is the beginning of round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
The straight right just misses. You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. From this moment,
Switch on.
there's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They block that jab. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And it's code red time for Josh Taylor. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the score. Sugar Ray is down on the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up. There's the bell to start round 8. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Beautiful counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? They exchange punches. This fight has a real good flow to it. It's bombs away. It's always fascinating to watch 2 good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. But what a result.